Medical detox. You know, it's a phrase we hear all the time, but what actually happens inside one? For a lot of people, the whole process is kind of shrouded in mystery, and maybe even a little bit of fear. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to walk through, step by step, what really goes on during a medically supervised detox from opioids. Ready? Let's get into it. And to really get it, we have to start right here, with the why. I want you to just take in these words for a second. This is the reality. It's a feeling of being so completely trapped that the only way out seems impossible. This is the emotional starting point for the journey we're about to map out. Okay, so how does that feeling of being trapped, how does that translate into a medical reality? Well, it all starts with understanding the incredible grip of what we call dependence. So what is it, really? The clinical definition is actually pretty straightforward. It's not just about liking a drug. It's this powerful combination of an intense craving, a real inability to control it, and then a physical, painful reaction when you try to stop. And maybe most importantly, you see how it says neglect of other parts of life? That's key. The world just shrinks. And this isn't just some vague concept. There's literally a checklist that doctors use. You only need 3 of these in a single year. Think about them. Tolerance, where you need more and more to get the same feeling, or spending huge chunks of your time just chasing the drug. When you see it laid out like this, you start to realize just how all-consuming this disease really is. And this quote just perfectly illustrates the real-world cost of that clinical checklist. 23 years, no friends left, that feeling of complete isolation. See, the diagnosis isn't just a label in a textbook. It's a description of a life that's been hollowed out. But then, something can shift. A person makes the decision to get help. And that journey, it doesn't begin with a pill. It begins with a conversation, with a really, really powerful first step, the assessment. This is such a huge misconception. People think assessment just means a drug test to see what you've been using. But it's so much more than that. A good assessment is about building a complete picture of a human being, their health, their history, what drives them. It's the blueprint for building a recovery plan that might actually work. And just look at the scope of it. They're looking at everything. How severe is the dependence? Are there other mental health issues going on, like anxiety or depression? They even try to understand what you want to get out of treatment. And I love this last one. They provide immediate advice to keep you safer, right from that very first meeting. So, once that blueprint is drawn, we arrive at the part everyone thinks about when they hear the word detox, navigating withdrawal. And this is where that medical support becomes absolutely 100% critical. Simply put, withdrawal is the body screaming for a substance it's come to rely on. And notice the clinical term, significant distress. Honestly, that's probably the understatement of the century. It's a brutal, all-encompassing experience. This table really gives you a glimpse into what that distress looks like. It is a war on 2 fronts. On the physical side, it's just pure misery, pain, sickness, exhaustion. But the mental and emotional side, that can be even scarier. We're talking crippling anxiety, depression, even suicidal thoughts. This is exactly why going through it alone is so incredibly dangerous. Okay, this is so important to get. The medication used during detox is not about trading one addiction for another. That's a myth. It's a safety tool. It's about turning the volume down on those horrible symptoms we just saw, just enough so that a person can get through it safely without giving up. And there are basically 2 main tools in the medical toolbox for this. You've got methadone, which is a full agonist. Think of it like a key that fits the lock perfectly and turns it all the way on, stopping withdrawal dead in its tracks. Then you have buprenorphine, a partial agonist. It's like a key that only turns the lock partway, just enough to stop the cravings and sickness, but it has a built-in ceiling, which makes it safer. 2 different approaches, but the same goal, a safe passage. So, getting through the physical part is a huge, monumental win. But it's really only half the story. Because lasting recovery, it's built on something else entirely. It's built on the power of human connection. This is a concept I just find fascinating, the therapeutic alliance. It's the official term for the bond, the trust, the relationship between a patient and their counselor or doctor. And study after study shows that the quality of this one relationship can be one of the biggest predictors of success. It's not just about the treatment. It's about the person you're going through it with. And that strong alliance, it's the engine that powers these other therapies. This is the work that gets to the root causes of the addiction. You've got CBT, which helps you literally rewire how you think. IPT helps you navigate relationships and major life changes. And family interventions help rebuild your support system at home. It's the whole package. And there it is, in real life. This testimony just says it all. The catalyst for change wasn't a specific drug or technique. It was a person. It was a relationship built on honesty and trust that finally made it safe enough to look at the tough stuff. That human element, it's the magic ingredient. So, after the assessment, after the physical detox, after all that deep psychological work, what happens? What does life actually look like on the other side of that mountain? This is where the whole journey leads to a future you might have thought was impossible. And here's the first glimpse. It's not just about what's gone, the drugs, the crime. It's about what's there. Happiness, fulfillment. It's about building a life of stability and choices, one day at a time. And the transformation just keeps going. It's amazing. Recovery isn't just about taking your life back. It's about building a brand new one. Creating a family that has only ever known you as healthy and present. And then, and this is just beautiful, turning around and using that experience to help the next person who's just starting their own journey. It's come full circle. And that's really the big takeaway, isn't it? The detox, the medical part, it's the crucial first step. It's what makes everything else possible. But the goal was never just about stopping. The goal was always about starting fresh. So we end with this question. After seeing this whole journey, it's pretty clear the answer isn't just one thing, is it? It's this amazing mix of medical science to heal the body, deep psychological support to heal the mind, and the incredible life-changing power of human connection. It takes courage, and if you or someone you know is feeling trapped and ready to find that courage, please know that help is real and it works. You can reach out to the dedicated team at RecoveryCNT. Give them a call at 1-732-484-9661 or find them at RecoveryCNT.com. Taking that first step is the hardest part, but it's the start of everything.